Assalamu alaikum, students. Hope you are fine. Now today we'll start the inverse function. We have started the topic function. In function we have studied function and composite function, its domain and range in the last lecture. Now in the next we are going to start the inverse of the function. Inverse you have already studied in O level even. Here the same thing. Just like I have written one of the example, not from the book. Your exercise is to see page number 46. You will find a lot of questions there. Today I will share in the Google Classroom even, and you will find this question there. Here I am going to explain how to get the inverse. I'm going to recall it. How we will have to get the inverse? So first of all, we will suppose it y. Now write y is equal to 2x minus 8. The next step is we have to make x as a subject. Y plus 8 equal to 2x, and this 2 will go down to other side. The x would be a subject. Now the inverse, we will have to change the sign. X plus 8 and 2. Even Cambridge asks a question, draw the graph of f of x and f inverse x. Is the same case, f of x is this value and f inverse x is this value. You will have to plot the table by taking a supposed value if the domain is not given. I'm going to repeat again the domain and range. Domain is the x value and range is the y value. How we will have to plot the graph? We will draw a table by taking a supposed value and keep it over here. If you will care, just like you always start from -2, -1, 0, 1, 2 and 3. That's enough for in both the cases. Here you will also take draw a table x and y, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Keep the value here of x and fill the table and plot the graph. Obviously, this is the equation of straight line, and you will get two straight lines. These two straight lines will intersect at a point. Just like 2x minus 8. Suppose this is one of the line of 2y is equal to 2x minus 8. This you will get one of the line graph when you will plot it. The second thing, when you will plot this graph, you will get another straight line. Fine? And these two straight lines, suppose these two straight lines intersect at the point. Suppose. Then when you will draw an actual in the piece of graph paper, then you will come to know these two lines intersect. Now the next thing, Cambridge asks the question, what is the relationship in between these two function and its inverse? Always you will have to write it is a reflection at y is equal to x. This is the statement of the 1 marks question. Always Cambridge asks a question. When you will do the past paper question, you will find this question, describe the statement of function f of x and its inverse. Always we will write the answer. It is a reflection at y is equal to x. This is a one of the type. Cambridge asks a question. Now I am going to write another way, another example of the function and its inverse. Suppose you have a function square. This is another way Cambridge asks the question in this form. First of all, we have to get the inverse. How to get the inverse? The same steps. Let f of x is equal to y. Square. Now, the same thing, we have to make x as a subject. So make it positive first. I have changed the signs. The sign would be opposite. Now, how to remove the square? We will take square root to both sides. Now the square will be removed. We have to make x as a subject. That's the one thing. When you will solve the square root, you will get two signs, positive and negative. If the given domain is greater than the whatever the value, we will keep the positive sign, otherwise we will give the negative sign. Here when I will open this square bracket, the x square, I will get negative. So I will keep the negative sign. In this question, domain was not given. I have written only this function. So how you will assess which sign you have to keep, either positive or negative. Here, if I will open this bracket, I will get the value of x square is negative. If the value of x square is negative, we will keep here the negative sign. Another way of writing, some of the question you will find the domain would be given. Suppose I write the f of x is greater than or equal to 0. Suppose it is given. Then we will keep the positive sign. If less than, then we will keep the negative sign. If no domain is given, then you will have to assess the x square is positive or negative. Fine. Now x minus 1 minus 5 minus y over 2, and the inverse of which this 1 minus 1, we will only replace the variable. This is the inverse of the second type. Two types of inverse Cambridge asked. First I have written there. The second one, the equation would be in this form. And the process you will have to keep the same. You have to make x as a subject. And the graph of will be the relationship between f of x and f inverse x will be a reflection. These words we have to write at y is equal to x. This is a 1 marks question. Always Cambridge asks when he asks about the inverse of the function. Now the next thing, this is the simple thing with this. You have already studied the one of this line is extra. And the plotting. The graph you will have to plot, and the relationship, whatever you will have to find, it would be reflection at y is equal to x. Now the inverse function has its domain and range even. We have no way to find the inverse of domain and inverse of range. There's a law, you will have to learn it. Domain of F inverse is equal to range of F domain of F. It's mean the way of finding its domain, inverse function domain and range will be the same which we have already studied. To get how to find the domain and range, we will find the domain of f of inverse, f of x, it would be the range of f inverse. It is the reciprocal. No, there is a law of trigonometric even for trigonometric function. Range of sin x and cos x. And if the function is squared, you will find even the question to get the range of sine and cos. So you will, these are the laws you will have to learn. The range of sin x is -1 to 1, cos -1 to 1, and the range of, if the square function comes, the range is sin square x and the cos square x, and the tan will be in A2. The range of tan x is not in your syllabus right now in AS. Now we have to do the questions of exercise 2C. Page number 46, one of the question I'm going to do. Then I will share your exercise at the Google Classroom. You will have to find the questions from there. I have this question number 2. My A part states, find the domain and range of f inverse, and B part find the expression for f inverse x. F of, how you will have to read it, f such that x is a function of x square plus 4x. First of all, we have to write it in the equation form. 4x, fine. Now, how to get x greater than or equal to -2? Keep -2. -4. What I have told you, domain of f inverse is equal to range of f. So the range of f of x, we got -4. So we'll write the answer, domain of f inverse x is greater than or equal to -4. And how to get the range? Range of f inverse x is equal to domain of f of x. So the range is because the domain is given in my question, x greater than -2. So I will write the domain it over here. For the sake of range of f of x, we get -4. It would be the greater than or equal to -4. Now its second part is we have to find its inverse. How to get the inverse of this function? First of all, I will make it the complete square by using the completing the square method which I have studied in the quadratic. We have to take the half of this coefficient of x and add the square of 2 and -2. You will get x plus 2 whole square minus 4. Now here you will suppose let f of xy, keep it over here. Now the next step, we have to make x as a subject. Remove the square by taking square root to both sides. In this step, you have to show both the sign. But you have to write the statement, whatever the sign you will have to keep positive sign. Because here the domain is greater than -2. Now make x as a subject. And the inverse would be only change the variable. Yes, student, this is all about the lecture today. We have studied its inverse function, its domain and range of the inverse function. You will have to make the practice of the question exercise 2C from the book. Those has not book I will going to share in the Google Classroom, and you will find the worksheet over there. If you have any question, just discuss with me in the question answer session. Okay, Allah Hafiz.